Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Wildcard Rewind. And today we got a very special show for you because myself and Paul and Hannah are going to take on the Wheel of Death.
I just want to rewind to when we were young and hard. Back to all those good times. Take me back to the start.
Yes. Here we go. We got the trio back together, and this is a very special episode. We've talked about this for ages, and we've been like, oh, well, we wanted to make sure that all three of us were free on the same night to do a very special Wheel of Death. So great to have everybody here. Paul, we'll go to you first. How are you doing? Or you finished fixing your microphone, or what's going on?
Yeah. I didn't like the position of it, so had to readjust. But yeah, I do really good. I'm suffering with hay fever, really bad. So I will try and mute as best I can every time I'm going to cough, and not disturb the show as much as I'd like. So, but yeah, I'm doing really good. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm the same with the hay fever. It's absolutely killing me. I'm just taking double the amount of dosage that my doctor has told me to, and crossing my fingers that I make it through the day. You know, it's all great, right? Hannah, how about you?
I think I'm the only one who's actually enjoying the sunny weather and everything. But no, I'm good, thank you. It's great to all be back. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it, since we've all sat around together. So super excited for this. It's going to be great fun as well. So looking forward
absolutely.
to it.
I've got the horrible combination of terrible hay fever and terrible Irish skin that just burns at even like looking at a picture of the sun. So it's summertime's fun.
Winter is coming.
Yeah, thank God. Oh. Thank God. Yeah, so the Starks are always right eventually, so that's always good, right? So what we're going to do is, are we ready? Look at this absolutely terrifying sight. It is the Wheel of Death, not a generic, wheel generator that you can find online fairly easily. This is the Wildcard Rewind's official Wheel of Death. Now, on this, there are lots and lots and lots of categories. What we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel, and there'll be a question attached to each one. And myself and Paul and Hannah are going to have to say the NFL player that we feel matches the category best. We're going to try our best not to offend anyone. We're going to hope there's not very, very many NFL players listening. We're going to go through as many of these as we can. Apologies in advance for what might come up. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. We're going to spin the wheel. Let's see what we get first. We have category 4. I ain't saying nothing. So, category 4, the question is, who is most likely to snitch on a friend to the police? Paul, which NFL player do you think would go snitching to the police?
Do you know what? I'm just going to go for Stephon Diggs.
Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah. What made you say Stephon Diggs?
He's just a massive drama queen, isn't he? And every year there's some more drama with him, and he just strikes me as the type of person that if one of his friends did something wrong, he'd be straight to the police and be like, "It was him. It was him." Yeah. It doesn't matter what it cost him. It was him that did it. So I just think it's Stephon Diggs. He just strikes me as the type.
That's a great answer. Hannah, anyone come to mind for you?
Yeah, I'm going to say Baker Mayfield because it's always someone else's fault. It's never his. So I'm going to say Baker. I reckon he'd be really good at that. Pass the buck on to someone else. Send them in. Nothing to do with him. He's fabulous.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really solid answer. I'm kind of torn a little bit. Like, I think Diggs is actually, I never even thought of Diggs. I think that is an absolutely fantastic answer. I'm going to go with, I mean, this might be a bit outfield, but I'm going to go with somebody like Joey Bosa, who just seems too clean cut and nice and like sort of too Captain America to do anything else apart from, convince his friend that actually he's doing him a favor and he should do the time for his punishment, right? And he go full Captain America with that. So I'm going to go with Joey Bosa, but Paul, I think that's the best answer we got with Stephon Diggs. So
do we all have to chant like spin that wheel before you spin it or something like that?
You can do
Are
it.
Are we going full game show mode?
I
We go to
mean-
the crowd and go spin that wheel.
I think we should. Are we ready? Right, do you want to do a spin that wheel? And I'll spin. Ready? Go.
Spin
Spin
that
wheel.
We're working the timing for the second one, but let's spin that
Did
wheel.
not work.
Oh, category 35. Who you gonna call? So, guys, can you tell me which NFL player is most likely to believe in ghosts?
Come
Hannah,
on, it's obvious,
Pitch
right?
it to you first. Oh,
Come
who
on
you got? You
now.
got one right away.
Sam Darnold. Come on. It has to be.
He suffered from mono and everything, didn't he?
Yeah, he has already seen ghosts, people.
Yeah.
That's the obvious answer, right?
Yeah, this one will be quick and painless.
Yeah, I think we have to go with Sam Darnold here as well. Do you want to remind the listeners what was Sam Darnold's experience with ghosts? How long ago was that as well?
Oh, he was playing at the Jets at the time, wasn't he? And
Yes.
wasn't he blaming some of his bad performances on it and stuff like that? And
Yeah, I think he was just bailing out the pocket too quickly and
Yeah.
basically not doing anything he was meant to do and playing terribly. And one of his excuses was that
Wow.
he was seeing ghosts after his illness.
Well, he's been seeing ghosts for a while because he's been terrible for maybe there are no ghosts in San Francisco, so we'll wish Sam Darnold the best. And let's go again. We ready?
Ready? Spin that wheel.
Yeah.
Mine was better than yours. Paul.
Fantastic. Oh, Japanese soul. Can you tell me if you've seen the videos online of fans of the Japanese national team for football or rugby at a big stadium, they always clean up after themselves before they go. They make it a big event. They make sure the place is spotless before they go. So which NFL player, we'll pitch it to you, Paul, do you think would clean up after themselves at a party and make sure that everything is clean and tidy before they went home?
oh man, so the first name that sprung to mind was Jason Kelsey,
Ooh.
and I just get the feeling that he'd be the life and soul of a party, but at the end of it, he'd be like, come on, I'll help you clean up and tidy up before I go.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Hannah, you got anybody?
I'm actually going to go for one of his teammates. I'm going to go Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
He just seems really sweet and innocent, and like he would go around cleaning up all the bottles behind everyone else,
Yeah, I'm going to go with a similar guy who I just think just seems to be a lovely person. I'm going to say Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler just seems like a flat out, nice guy, and I think he'd want to make sure you're okay, and yeah, he tidy up everything after you as well. So I think not all these categories are who's the big piece of shit, right? So that's quite nice that we got some nice ones in there. So we got Austin Eckler and we got a few other nice guys as well. So are we ready to spin again?
Ready?
Spin that.
Spin
it's
that
not my
wheel.
I feel like we've lost it. I feel like
yeah. Oh, wow. Category number 1, going green. Can you guess from me which NFL player do you think is most likely to join Greenpeace? Hannah, we'll pitch it to you first. Who's going out to save some wheels?
See, this is where I would probably say Jason Kelsey, because he just seems like a real, nice, gentle giant. I could see him on the picket line with his little, placard, save the earth. So I reckon him. I found this one a tough one, actually.
That's a tricky one, right? Paul, what are you thinking?
Can I select somebody that's only just retired?
Yeah, go on.
And the vegan proud person of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And
Brady.
He's very environmental person, isn't he? And he's all about vegan and everything like that. So I think he'd be the type of person to lead a charge in that,
Yeah, I'm going to go just based on one thing alone. You can probably guess what it is. I'm going to say Jalen Waddle, right? Because he does the penguin dance, right?
Oh, Mags.
Right?
Oh, Mags.
He'd be a great ambassador for Greenpeace, right? Just get him on the Greenpeace box doing a wee Waddle, right?
Save the
Be all right.
Penguins, you know.
Save the Penguins, and then Jalen Waddle out there, just waddle about. Yeah, love it. All right, let's spin again. We maybe do a
To be fair, Jalen Waddle week in week out saves the Dolphins. So
he does save the Dolphins, so why not take it an extra step? All right, next category: back to school, spelled with a K. So, can you tell me which NFL player do you think is the worst speller?
oh wow.
Paul, we'll pitch it to you first.
No, don't pitch it to me first. Can I say Jack Grealish?
If Jack Grealish was playing in the NFL, he'd be right up there, yeah?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, that's a good one. I can't imagine.
And I don't know why.
I
Why. I just think he focused so more on making so hard on making sure he's an NFL star. He just maybe forgot about everything else.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Hannah, what are you thinking?
I missed yours, Paul. Who did you say?
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, right. I'm going Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't give any shits at school, did he? Let's face it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm going to go with a sad one, and I'm going to say probably Tua, right?
No. That's a bit ouch.
Right. I mean, it's only getting worse. Like, he's... Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's spin that wheel again.
I can't wait for the second wheel.
Category 13, Aaron. If anyone's seen that sort of famous clip with the substitute teacher reading out names, Aaron.
Yeah.
So
It's
which
nice.
yeah, exactly. So which NFL player do you think is most likely to give their kid an absolutely ridiculously stupid name?
Am I allowed a retired player?
Yeah.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah, go on then. You got one ready, Han?
Well, I want to say Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I reckon he would give his kids these stupid names.
I completely agree
For
with
sure.
you there.
Too cool for school.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go Antonio Brown.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
See, I did think of this whenever I was making the questions. I was like, you could just answer Antonio Brown for every single category for this. Like, in fact, if we get to it, one of them is actually dedicated to Antonio Brown, which you might.
Is that number 39?
It could be.
Who would I choose? I don't know.
It's tricky, right?
Yeah, and is it
Cam Newton?
Cam Newton's a really good one. It wouldn't surprise me if Cam Newton called his son like the best or something like that. You know, first name the best Newton or something like that. You know, I'm going to go with his old name was Robbie Anderson, but he changed his name to Chosen Anderson. So I'm gonna go with him. Sorry, Max.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, if you're willing to change your own name to Chosen, you'll do anything to anyone else. So I think Robbie Anderson, Chosen Anderson, he's top of my list to give his kid's an absolutely terrible name. So let's spin our wheel around again and see what we end up with. Oh, we've gone back to Scott. I'll remove that, actually. So we'll spin again. I should be removing them each time. Potential. So, as we know, a couple of people have been able to play 2 sports, including, of course, Bo Jackson, right? Who do you think of this current crop, so we'll say currently playing, which NFL players do you think are able to play professionally in another sport? And what would that sport be as well? Paul, we'll go to you first.
Oh, we already know what Paul's going to answer. Come on now.
Kyler Murray basketball.
No, baseball. But that do you know what? As much as you think I love Kyler Murray, that wasn't my answer. I was going to say Tyreek Hill and track and field.
Yeah,
because he's stupidly quick.
Yeah,
and you know, I can't think of the life of me the rookie that's just come in that is
Devon Achane.
Yeah. That's another one that track and field. But yes, Kyler Murray and baseball.
Nah, yeah. Got easy one for that.
Absolutely not.
Hannah, you got one?
Well, I'm doing a bit of a home one only because I saw this the other day. I'm going to say Joe Burrow, right? Well, what the video that I saw was him whacking one out of the park playing baseball, but I'm actually going to say cricket. I reckon he could play cricket and he could play the NFL football.
Yeah, America would have a pretty kick-ass cricket team actually if they really put some money into it, right? They've got like enough of that with baseball and other sports as well that they could have a good cricket team if they really put some investment into it, right?
It's a bit too boring for them though, isn't it? They don't like it.
Man, you ever tried to watch a baseball game? Jeez. Oh.
You'd think they'd like a sport that literally you stand out in a field all day for 6 hours, you know? You'd think they'd be like all up for that.
They don't like the fact you play for 5 days and then you get a draw. They don't understand why you would have a draw. They don't get that.
No, that's fair. Mine is actually I'm going to go with. Do you know there currently is a 2-sport athlete in the NFL right now? Daniel Jones is a professional cornhole player.
Is he?
So, do you know what cornhole is? That
Not a
game where you throw the
sport.
beanbag, into the hole. Daniel Jones, huh?
For some random reason, cornhole videos came up on my Facebook. Like for a period of time, they just kept coming up. It was quite interesting actually watching it. They were very good.
I kind of got drawn in as well, like almost like watching bowls. Kind of like shout out to Ali Cook, big Bulls fan. Cornhole is kind of similar to that as well. It was quite fascinating. But Daniel Jones, professional cornhole player. Like there you go. So he's got a retirement plan.
We forgot someone though, didn't we? DK Metcalf. He
did, yeah. He did trials.
Yeah. So
yeah,
track and
absolutely.
field as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm glad that he did that because a lot of players kind of talk about that and don't really put their money where their mouth is. But he went for it and did it. So like credit to him for that. So a couple of players with potential for sure. So let's spin the wheel around again and see where we get next. Oh, 38 chemical warfare. Which NFL player is most likely to let one rip in an elevator or a lift for all UK people, right? Hannah, we'll go to you first. Which NFL player would crop dust all over someone's lift and leave it in there?
I reckon most of them, to be honest. There's one that I'd really like to say, but I think I'm going to save him for some others because he's quite obvious. But
yeah.
I think I'm going to say, I can't remember his name. Come back to me. I forget his name. I'm failing.
Okay.
You're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me with the pronunciation of this name. Is it
okay?
Nakadama Sue or whatever, however you say his name.
Oh, and Dominica and Sue.
Dominica Sue. That one's gone. Yeah, brains fried. Yeah, him.
Yeah. That actually would be chemical warfare as well.
Yeah.
That would be
He's a big guy as well, you know, so.
He is a big, for some reason, whenever I was typing this, and I don't really know why, but the first thing that came to mind was Cam Hayward, and I don't know why, but I just thought Cam Hayward's the kind of guy that might do that. Hannah, have you got your name?
Yes. We're all on kind of a similar ilk, I think, these like defensive line, defensive ends. Yeah. So mine is Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett,
I reckon he would not care at all.
He just stand there and smile as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Really happy about it.
He find it quite funny. Yeah, exactly. That is a death-defying lift to be. And talk about the wheel of death. That is, absolutely. So let's spin our wheel again and see what comes up next. We've already had I Ain't Said Nothing. Let's move that out of the way. And we've got category 25. Category 25 is Doomsday. So, can you tell me which NFL player do you think is most likely to have a bug-out bag and a Doomsday Preppers-esque end-of-the-world plan? Let's pitch it to you first, Paul. What do you think?
Why do you always come to me first?
This one's easy for me. Do you want me to tell me mine?
Yeah, you go first. Go on.
100,000,000% Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Like, he definitely has a bag full of mushrooms somewhere that ready to go wherever he wants, like, and he'll have some hole in the middle of the ground bought, like, and he'll be ready to go during nuclear warfare. I'm convinced Aaron Rodgers will have that.
I don't know if he's retired yet, so I might not be allowed this one, but I'm going to say Cole Beasley.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
So basically, all the anti-vaxxers, right? like, will have some kind of bug-out bag and location to go, right?
I can't even think of one.
Come on, Paul, you could do it.
I'm trying to, when you're trying to think of a really good one, and you're like, yeah, he's definitely prepared. No, I can't think of one.
No. Well, I could
come up with any name, but it's just I don't think it would fit the criteria of that.
All right, let's spin our wheel again, and we'll come back to it if we need to. Oh, category 22, hitting those high notes. Which NFL player currently on the roster do you think has got a good set of pipes on them? Someone you think could sing a bit. Paul, will we go to you first? Do you want to redeem yourself after not being able to think of one?
Yeah, I'm going to redeem myself. And all over social media, he went to see one of the greatest, that is Taylor Swift, many a times. And I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers. Because he was at Taylor Swift concerts like 3 nights in a row or something,
What?
So I'm guessing he's some kind of secret Tay-Tay lover. And
wow.
he'll crack out a bit of shaking off when he's in the shower with the boys,
All right, Aaron Rodgers singing Taylor Swift. That is a beautiful sight to behold. Hannah, is anyone coming to mind for you?
Yeah, I was trying to save this guy, but I think this might be a good one for it. It's Jamal Williams.
Oh,
I reckon he would well be singing while he's doing his.
Can I have him for Doomsday?
Yeah. No, that is a great one. I bet Jamal Williams.
Oh,
he's meant to keep the dressing room like upbeat and like keep going, right? I bet he's got some tunes, yeah.
I reckon he sings all the time.
Yeah, that is a brilliant answer. I don't really have one better than that. Again, I just had the first thing popped in my head for some reason. I was like, I bet Derwent James can sing. I don't know why. He just kind of looks like he can sing. I don't know what. Yeah, he looks like he can. He's got a good set of pipes in him. So, but yeah, great answer with Jamal Williams there for sure. So let's spin the wheel of death again. We've had a couple of nice ones here, right? So, it's all about family now. This is, of course, the tagline of Dominic Toretto, the greatest action star of the 21st century, from the Fast and the Furious franchise. And as we know, it's all about family in the Fast and the Furious. So which NFL star, not allowed to say Henry Ruggs, is probably going to get caught in a high-speed car chase?
Well, we have got one currently who is in kind of going through the process, isn't he, of having been in a high-speed car chase. I feel like
Carter,
we have to say him right, Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And I can still imagine him doing it again at the moment, but maybe he'll calm down once he's with his pals at the Eagles. But
yeah,
I mean, he's got to be the obvious one, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. Is anyone else coming to mind for you? Anyone look like they're a bit of a speed racer, speed demon?
Trying to think of his name. Brian Robinson, the running back for the Washington Redskins.
Is that because
he's just trying to not be shot again. He doesn't want to be shot again, so he's just jumping in his car and driving off really quickly.
Just like Dom Toretto, right?
Yeah.
Like getting shot, driving fast.
And then eventually he's going to come back and go, I just missed the bullets, man,
Yeah. I gotta say Jalen Ramsey because he seems like a bit of a dick. Like kind of thing that he might do. Just being completely honest, right? So I'll say Jalen Ramsey there because that's something that you could see on the paper and not really be shocked by. I don't think so. Let's spin the wheel another time and see what we end up with. We've got we've already had one. Let me delete that out of the way. Oh, I too am a neat guy. Now, anyone who watches the show Friends will know that's a very famous scene with Bruce Willis posing in the mirror, calling himself a neat guy, and yes, and he gets caught by Ross and blackmailed into getting his way. But Which NFL player do you think flexes in the mirror the most? Hannah, we'll pitch it to you first of this one.
Yeah.
So who's in the mirror in the morning flexing?
I reckon it's between two actually.
Okay.
One is Nick Bosa. I reckon he does
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah.
And I can actually imagine his brother doing the same.
Yeah.
They both, they seem
Bros.
nice, but I can still imagine them comparing, stood next to each other.
I can see that. Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. Yeah. Paul, anyone standing out?
So I have two.
Okay.
The first one would be DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
because He's just going to be like, yeah. And the other one is, but I don't think he's flexing in front of the mirror. I think he's just sat there looking at himself going, yeah, I'm a neat guy. And that's Joe Burrow.
I was going to say, I don't think he's that muscly to be flexing.
He's not flexing, but I think he's just sat there just going, oh, yeah.
Just trying on different female sunglasses, figuring out which one he wants to wear.
different necklaces and different cigars and just having a great time.
Nice, yeah, I could definitely see that. I went for an easier one because like every time I see the guy on social media, he's flexing. It's Aaron Donald, but I mean, if I was in the shape he was, I'd be flexing constantly as well. So, but yeah, two great answers from you guys there. Right, let's spin our wheel again and see what we end up with. Oh, 37, Mean Girl. So, of course, the movie Mean Girls, lots of things happen. One of the things is vicious gossip gets spread around, right? So, which NFL player, I mean, we've already maybe covered, said him, do you think would spread rumors and is a vicious gossip? Paul, let's pitch it to you.
Ooh, can we say Antonio Brown?
I mean, again, you could say anything. Any category. Antonio Brown's in there.
I'm trying to think of current NFL players. I think you said him earlier. Is it Jalen Ramsey?
Ramsey, yeah, I can see that. I think you said Diggs as well. I can see Diggs doing that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of bitchiness in the NFL, really, isn't there? So there's quite a few.
I could see Aaron Rodgers doing that. He's a right bitch baby, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely could see that. I'm like kind of tempted to go maybe a little bit rogue. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go with Alvin Kamara. I don't know. I think Alvin Kamara is obviously there's obviously a couple of stories about Alvin Kamara, and it's like maybe. Yeah, I'm going to go with him for it. Maybe it could be a bit of a sneaky gossip behind the scenes. So let's move on from there. Let's spin and let's see where we end up with going green for it. Going green. I should be removing these every time. That's my bad. The token reader. So can you tell me, of all the players in the NFL, which one do you think is like an avid reader? Like their head's in a book every single night. They're grinding and seeing how many they can get through in the year. Anyone starting out for you? Let's go. Let's pitch it to you first, Hannah, shall we?
Okay, let's think about this quickly. Who would be an avid reader?
I've got mine. It's easy.
Oh, go on, Paul.
Right.
You do yours.
Kyler Murray, definitely.
That man's head
you said reader, not the opposite. Oh, okay. I'll think again. I know who I'd pick off retired players. I know we keep going back to these, but I know who I'd pick there, and that would be Luke Kuechly.
Luke Kuechly? Why'd pick him?
Kuechly? Because he was always like, I don't know if you watched that All or Nothing. He was the guy that was always there at the end, and he was always focused and everything like that. And he just strikes me as the type that he'd go home and then he'd read, and he was always focused on something. And I think reading would be his escape, like, you know.
Okay.
I could imagine Drew Brees being a reader as well.
Yeah, I think you're right there. One of the ones that sprung to mind for me for some reason was a guy like Quentin Nelson. Right, Quentin Nelson seems like he'd sit down to
he does,
a nice book, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go with him, right? And let's Let's spin the wheel a few more times before we move on to our second wheel, which is just as exciting and just as deadly. In fact, probably a little bit more deadly. So, to infinity and beyond. So, can you tell me which NFL player do you think is most likely to pay for a trip to go to space? Now, they're going to have to be a pretty high caliber player, I imagine, to afford to be able to go up to space.
Patrick
right? That can't.
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah. Why do you think that?
Because he has to be the person that does everything.
First QB to speed, like has to get every record.
He would be the first QB to throw a pass in space.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he would just have everything. And it's just, they're like, you just look at the record books and it'd just be Pat Mahomes' name. And because you're a Chiefs fan, and I hate the Chiefs, that it'd be, and it would just be the way, it'd just be like, oh, the first plane to space and Patrick Mahomes is on there.
I completely agree, Paul. For once we're in complete agreement. That is a great answer. Hannah, anyone standing out for you?
I think Jamar Chase might pay to go into space, you know. I think he thinks he's quite cool. I think he'd quite like to be the first NFL player up there. I could see him going up there.
If he gets on the same plane as Pat Mahomes, he could be the first person to catch a pass in space.
That's true. Nice. Yeah, I think
that'd be building bridges for the Bengals-Chiefs rivalry as well.
Nice. God, they still hate each other.
Did you see?
I don't think
Chase and Mahomes as well, especially hate each other right now. So maybe they need to take a nice wee trip together and smooth over some things, right? So let's spin our little wheel of Gale and see where we end up. Oh, Ridley me this. So, can you tell me, of all the NFL players currently active, which one do you think is most likely to win big at a casino?
Oh, wow. I see what you did there.
See what I did there,
Calvin
right?
Ridley's name. Yeah.
Ridley me this. Not bad, right?
That took you a moment, didn't it, Paul?
It did, yeah. Can I say Jameson Williams?
Jameson Williams? He's got nothing else to do, so he might as well go.
I could see Travis Kelce winning big here.
Yeah, you can just see the Dan. Hopefully, with Jason beside him and both brothers, win big together. That would be nice.
The image I've got of Travis Kelce winning big in a casino is Rush Hour, when Chris Rock's winning and he's just dancing around, and I just see Kelce just dancing around at the end of the table.
I absolutely love
Honey, yeah.
I absolutely love the Rush Hour move. I can see a Rush Hour remake with the Kelce Bros, right? I don't know who would be Jackie Chan and who would be.
That would be so good.
That would be brilliant. I think maybe Travis would have to be Chris Tucker, right?
Yeah,
and Jason would have to be
that's nearly as good as Hangover Part 4 when Phil Foden, Mason Mount, and Saka try and get Jack Grealish to an England football training session.
Absolutely,
after they win
still out there. But my answer for this was just probably Tom Brady, right? He's the kind of guy that would just end up winning big at casino, just because that seems to be just the way his life kind of goes, right? He just kind of wins. And it's not really even trying, accidentally wins $10 million. Just that kind of guy, right? Yeah. So we'll go with that. Let's go. We go 3 more from this wheel, will we? So who are we going to call? We've got already. So we'll move that out and we'll spin again. Potential. Wow, this is actually.
Why don't we pick a category each?
You want to pick a category? We do have the categories in front of us. Do you want to do our 1% club first then?
Yeah. There's just a couple on there that I'm quite intrigued about,
All right. Well, the 1% club is to do with tipping. Who do you think is the worst tipper in the NFL? Who cares the least about the people serving them? So you've got one. I can tell the smile on your face right away.
Go on, Hannah.
Kyler.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he's definitely about.
He's picking it up and he's not leaving anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Kyler's not leaving the house, mate. He's too busy on Xbox. He's ordering it on Just Eat, getting it delivered in. Yeah. 0 tip out it. Get someone else to get it out the door.
Yeah. And he's also the type of person that if it says in under 30 minutes or get your money back, he's timing it.
Yeah.
He's yawning in. He's got set a timer for 30 minutes, and he's watching that timer go down. 30 minutes and
I
1
can see
second.
that.
He's like, "Oh, I get it free now, mate. It's over 30 minutes."
Yeah, I could definitely see Kyler do that. Paul, is anyone standing out to you apart from obviously Kyler Murray?
Ooh, I've got
We
another.
got another one.
All right, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson is an excellent tipper for like if you ask like
Yeah, but he just tips with the wrong thing. you know?
it says what's he tipping with? That's the main issue, right?
Yeah.
So Hannah, you said you had another one?
Well, he's probably actually really generous in real life, but Russell Wilson, I could imagine, he thinks he's a bit too cool for school. I can imagine him walking out and not paying a tip.
Yeah. I was going to go with, and he might be a lovely guy, but I was going to go with a guy like Trent Williams, who might just be like, no, like, that's your job, do your job. Or like, just very serious about that. It's like, why would I give you extra money to do your job? Like, yeah, just a very serious guy that takes everything, very seriously. So, Paul, you said you wanted to pick a category, right? So, which one on the list, which one would you like to pick for us to answer?
So there's like 4 different ones I really like. But I'm a man, and I really like my food, so I want to say man versus food.
Man versus food. All right. So, Paul, do you want to read out the question for that as well, or can you not see it?
I haven't got it. I can get it on the show sheet if you want me to.
No, I've got it here. So, man versus food is simply, out of all players in the NFL, who's the most likely to successfully complete a man versus food challenge?
Oh.
You got it right away.
JJ Watt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so he's retired again.
Yeah. Anyone currently that you can think of that you think would definitely, just absolutely smash a food challenge?
Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey's a good one. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry would crush any food challenge in front of him. Hannah, who are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to say Orlando Brown.
Oh,
yeah.
I reckon he would defo.
He'd ask for 2. You know what I mean? He'd go, can you give me another one?
Yeah, he would double up that superfood challenge. Yeah, love it. Great category choice, Paul. Hannah, any category standing out to you there that you wanna talk about?
Yeah, I quite like number 8, feline fever.
Yeah, feline fever. So, can you read that category out for the listeners then?
So, who is most likely to adopt 100 stray cats?
Yeah. So, which NFL player is going to adopt 100 stray cats? Anyone springing to your mind there, Hannah or Paul?
Unfortunately, I've already used this player for one of the categories.
Is it Antonio Brown again?
No, it's not actually.
Yeah.
I'll try and think of another player, but the one that sprang into my mind was totally Jamal Williams. I mean, he seems a bit mad as a box of frogs. I could see him being like, "Come on!" and just
I think
in
it's
his house.
Yeah.
So I was thinking Isaiah Pacheco, but I don't know why. He was a little bit mental, like before the Super Bowl, dancing and a bit hyper and everything like that. I think he needs a few cats just to bring him back down to earth,
Yeah, just a few cats like kicking about, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go. This is a tricky one, but I think maybe because he's like. No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna say. I was thinking that maybe because someone's such a nice person, they might adopt him, but I don't think 100's too many, right? You need a real sort of like loony bin, right? I bet somebody like Odell Beckham Jr. would take in 100 cats, but like spray paint him gold or something and have him walking about his house, right? Have him with some kind of weird art piece in his house, the 100 stray cats, right? That seems about right for OBJ, right?
Yeah.
Right, I'll pick our last category then. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with. Oh, where is it gone? Oh, don't tell me I've lost it. Category number 28, which is my personal favorite, Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. So, as you know, famously, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Of course we as we all know, Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
Famously, Gwyneth Paltrow released a candle which was scented like her vagina. So, which NFL player do you think owns a couple of nice candles?
Of course, that's where this question was going. Of course it was.
Anyone springing to mind? A couple of nice candles? Maybe Gwyneth's one. Who knows?
He's got some nice candles.
I gotta say, I bet Mac Jones has some nice candles scattered about his house, right?
Oh, that's a
Couple
good
of
one.
Ones. Yeah. Paul, anyone springing to mind? A couple of nice scented candles, right?
Jared Goff.
Yes, top answer. That was a good one.
I could imagine Andy Dalton having some nice candles.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna have some nice candles.
He's a candle
Just
guy.
the three most boring white guys in the NFL. Mac Jones, Jared Goff, and Andy Dalton.
That wasn't a theme there, was it?
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. That brings us to the end of our NFL player Wheel of Death. But fear not. We have one more for you because, as you all know, myself and Paul and Hannah, we're part of a big team called the Fantasy Wildcard team, along with some other great individuals, Matt and Kevin, Ali. So what we've done is we've made another wheel, and this wheel we have to answer which one of us, or Matt, or Kev, or Ali, or we could extend it out into the wider, fantasy analyst realm as well, if someone in particular springs to mind. Same idea, different questions, but the answer are going to be fantasy analysts. So this is where the real stakes are, because there's no chance that Jared Goff and Andy Dalton and Mac Jones are watching, but I bet some of these guys are. So let's find our P's and Q's.
The question is Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina here?
No, sadly.
No, okay.
Sadly.
Thank God.
Sadly not. Let's see what we do have though. So let's spin this wheel of death and see what we got. Oh, Mary Berry. So
no,
can
she's a
anyone tell
national
me?
treasure. She's a national treasure.
It's not about Mary Berry's vagina. Don't worry, Paul. So we're not going to go down that road. This nice simple one. Which one of the fantasy analysts on the wildcard team or beyond do you think is an avid baker? Who do you think can bake up a storm?
Matt.
I was going to say, I think Ali.
You think Ali can whip up?
I can imagine Ali being a secret baker.
I can guarantee that Matt doesn't have soggy bottoms, mate. So.
I suppose I have to break the tiebreak there between Matt and Ali. I'm gonna go Matt because I think he works all day with his hands. Maybe he likes to go home and have something soft. Sorry, Matt. Maybe, yeah, just let out his gentler side, instead of working with. I'm not even going to finish the sentence because it's just going to end up with innuendo. I'm going to spin the wheel again. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, Matt, excellent work, great baker. Don't touch the dude. So, which fantasy analyst do you think spends the longest time doing their hair? Probably not Paul.
Kev.
That's I'm gonna make a hat trick. So Kev, apparently you're sitting doing that hair, looking like Joe Burrow in the mirror. Kev, just chilling, right? Checking out different cigars, just like Joe as well, right? Yeah. Right. Next, we're gonna go worth the quid. So, which fantasy analyst do you think is quite happy to steal a supermarket shopping trolley and just take it as own and maybe have some fun and launch it into the canal when they're done?
Paul.
Paul is my guess. Also. Paul, have you done something like this before? Is this
no comment?
Still within the statute of limitations. Like Aldi are still looking for him.
Waitrose.
Oh, Spice is not like too.
They're happy to lose a pound, then people,
I was going to say,
yeah.
Paul's the reason every supermarket's got you have to put £1 in the trolley now.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely. I haven't tried this yet. I seen like a hack online. Apparently, if you use your car keys, you can like shove your car key in there and it pops the thing out. I don't know if that's true though.
Oh.
Well, I did see it. I'm yet to try it.
I actually use a euro.
Ooh, yeah. You're saving money then.
It fits. If anyone wants to nick it, they can nick it. Then they've just stole a euro.
Yeah, and you've only lost 91 pence there instead of full pound. So you're
all about the pennies.
But now that Paul's heard that you can just use your car keys, his local supermarket's not going to have any trolleys left now.
No, they're doomed. Yeah, they're definitely doomed. So yeah, Paul definitely most likely to nick a trolley. Next, Da Vinci Code. So which one of these fantasy analysts out there, or some people on the Wildcard squad, who do you think's like a sneaky, talented artist underneath all of it? Who likes to paint and create masterpieces? I'm gonna say Han Roland likes to dabble a little bit in that stuff like that. No, I'm very wrong.
I am terrible at art. I'm rubbish.
Paul.
Can I want to extend this wider, and I want to say Tom Strachan.
Ooh, yeah. I can see Tom. He's creative.
I could imagine him doing, those like colour, the like not paint by numbers, but like the colouring books.
The one that grannies do.
Tom sits there with his little colouring books and keeps him in the lines. Annie, you're so mean.
That's nice. Well, Tom, if you're listening, send us a photo of your
colouring book.
Latest colouring book. No,
that'd be lovely. Thanks.
No offense, Tom. It just
it
sounds fun,
Yeah, it does actually. They do they are oddly therapeutic. We do them in school sometimes with the kids. We hand them out, and the kids like doing it. It's oddly therapeutic. So yeah, give it a go if you've not. Absolutely. Right. Let's spin the wheel a few more times. Oh, Snoop Dogg. So, can you tell me, of all the fantasy analysts, let's say you invite someone around for dinner, one of these fantasy analysts out there, who's most likely to go rummaging through your bathroom cupboards whenever they lock the door?
I could totally see you doing that, Mags.
Yeah.
100% I'm looking. Absolutely. Yeah.
I never invite you around.
What have we got here? Just have a little nosy. Why not? I'll take anything. Mate. I'll just have a little look,
just want to see what's
might
going on.
Be some conversation starters in there, you never know. So yeah, I'll have a little rummage around. Absolutely. My cousin is the worst for that. He's not listening, thankfully. He's he will go into people's houses and just chat, and then off to go to the toilet, and he'll just walk around the house. He'll go into different rooms. It's like come dine with me with him. He just goes in and rummaging around, going through drawers, and he just looks about the whole house. He's absolutely horrendous for it. We caught him red-handed at it. We could see him in our neighbor's house, and we could see him just walking up, going into rooms, looking at it. He was just I just wanted to see what was there. So yeah, absolute scumbag. So I've toned it down a little bit. Anyway, next, go to jail. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Which one of these fantasy analysts out there is most likely to cheat during a board game?
This is obvious, no?
Who?
Paul, come on now.
Yeah. Paul?
I'll have you know.
Yes.
I won't cheat in a board game.
I don't believe you.
I won't cheat.
That's just what a cheat is.
And I'm a guy that owns 7 different types of Monopoly, and I won't cheat.
I hate Monopoly.
7!
I reckon I would definitely cheat at Monopoly so that I could lose the first, so I can just not play anymore.
I love Monopoly.
I hate it.
Love Monopoly.
I'm a very honest board game player as well. I don't cheat at all. What's your favorite set of Monopoly that you own, Paul?
Oh, the OG. The OG. The OG is the
what
best.
What else? Can you name all 7 off the top of your head? Is that?
Oh, I've got. So we've got the OG. We've got the kids one. We've got a Disney one. We've got Aston Villa one. We've got Alton Towers one. We've got a Mario one. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, we got Fortnite as well. That was the little lads.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who'd be someone who would definitely. Who's that piece of shit? Stephanie Smalls. There you go. She cheats, I'd say, right? She's happy to rob people of their money. So I'm sure she'd rob people of their fake Monopoly money, right?
I was going to say, isn't it? I can't remember. Isn't it Paul something? NFL
the other guy
UK that took like 20 odd grand and
Aye.
of everyone's
Yeah,
money. We'll say him. He
they-
can go to fucking jail, man.
Yeah, they can go to jail. They're definitely cheating Monopoly if they're willing to cheat in real life. So yeah, I'll go with them. Oh, 14. He hit me. Right. Which fantasy analysts or wildcard member do you think it is good at everything that they do? And it's so annoying. It's like that kid you go to school with, and like they're the smartest person, and they're really good at sport, and they're really good at this, and they're just like really good at everything that they do. Paul, you got one right away. Who do you think?
Rich Coolin.
That's mine. That was exactly what I was thinking too.
Rich Coolin.
Yeah.
I love you, Rich.
You're too good at everything.
Yeah, you're good at everything.
He is too good. Yeah, he's like this amazing fantasy analyst, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm also like 6'4" and used to play cornerback semi-professionally." Like, get lost, Rich.
Yeah. We're playing flag. We're playing flag football the day on the Scott Fishbowl live draft, and he's like, "Yeah, we got 2 teams of 4. We're going." And then somebody said that the losers have to buy the first round at the strip club, so I'm on Rich Coolin's team.
Didn't you used to play county cricket as well and all sorts as a child? So, yeah.
I bet you can play guitar
Rich
or something
Coolin,
as well, right?
He hate me.
He hit me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You should get him a T-shirt with that on it, right? He hit me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I think we have time to squeeze in maybe 2 more, right?
Let's do it.
Let's go see what we can get. Why is the room spinning? So, can you tell me which fantasy analyst do you think would pass out at the sight of blood?
Ali.
Definitely not Hannah.
No, I think
Hannah would be really bad at her job if she did.
You'd be terrible at your job, yeah.
It's true. Although I'm not great with my own blood, I'm not terrible, but you know, if I've got a really bad something, I can be a bit. But I could imagine Kev being a bit sensitive about blood.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah,
that.
it's Kev or Ali for me.
Yeah,
I think Matt's hands are too tough, and he's too of a man's man to faint at blood. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kev as well. There, I think Kev might get a bit squeamish. So, do we want to? Yeah, of course, guys. Do we want to do what we did last time? Do you want to pick a category remaining that we can chat about? Anyone want to go first?
Hannah, you
Anyone
go
see
first.
Oh, I would like to do number 9, Dr. Kenneth Noisewater.
Oh yeah, so Dr. Kenneth Noisewater. If anyone knows this, I'd be very impressed. It's very deep Anchorman trivia. So Paul Rudd's character, of course, names his testicles. One is called Dr. Kenneth Noisewater, and the other is called James Westfall, and they come together to make the Octagon, which is a name for his private parts. So, which fantasy analyst do you think names their private parts? Paul's got Paul, pick it. What
Can I say me?
Yeah, what is it, Paul? You call it Paul's pickle, or what do you?
Oh, I will not disclose on air what it's called. You know.
Right, so that general. Yeah. Thanks for falling on your sword there, Paul. That means we don't have to say anyone else out loud. We'll just pick you. Paul, do you have a category that stands out for you that you'd like to ask about?
Lots of crack.
Lots of crack. Oh, so lots of crack is who is most likely to just scratch their ass in public and not care. Like, just don't mind who's about. I'll just, like, if it's itchy, I'm going for it. Anyone's done that? Paul, you got to say yourself again here. Like, what are we doing?
No. I just can't say any names to this. Like, I can't sit here and go, oh yeah, him.
That guy looks like they scratches his ass, right?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like, who's most likely to be a drug addict or something like that. But no, who's most likely to scratch their ass in public? I'm going to say you, Mags.
Me? Yeah. I mean, I'll be sneaky about it. I'll try and go somewhere where I don't think anyone's looking. But yeah, I won't hold it in until I go home.
So in the UK FFC, guys, if you see Mags wander off to a corner, you know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, don't follow me. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll pick the last one. There's a couple of good ones that we didn't quite get to, but let's go with
Number one.
Number one. Oh yeah, let's go with number one. Who are you gonna call? So which person, it's 3 a.m., you've been arrested, you get one phone call to one fantasy analyst to help you out of a jam at 3 a.m. in the morning. Who are you calling?
Go on, Paul.
I know who I'm calling.
Weirdly, I feel Kev. I feel Kev would answer all parts of the day.
I'm calling Hannah Rowland. That's what Hannah would have my back.
Oh no, Hannah definitely strikes me as the type of it's do not disturb. This is my sleep time. I don't care what you've done, Mags. Okay, you could be in jail for murder. You are not disturbing my slumber.
No, I'm putting my faith in you, Hannah. I think you'd help me out.
So Paul is semi-true because I do put sleep mode on my phone at night, but I do let certain calls through. So if you were in a desperate pickle, of course I would come and collect you. I wouldn't pay you bail though.
That's Paul's name for his private part, the desperate pickle, right? That's full circle back. Yeah, thank you, Hannah. Yeah, I think that would be good. Hannah, anyone you're thinking of?
Well, I think I'm not sure that I could trust you two. I have to be honest.
Yeah, fair.
I'm up at like 2 a.m. every day, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably like one of the only people that is going to actually answer and be awake.
And you could just steal me away in a lorry, couldn't you?
I've got the escape
come and say
vehicle.
you're making a delivery and then just shove me in and off you go. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You've made a good...
I'm back on the table. I'm back on the table.
You have made a good argument there, Paul, but I would probably agree with Kev, right? You know he would be there, don't you?
Yeah, Kev be there for everybody. Yeah, what a great guy. Of course, any of the wildcard team, I'm sure.
Of course they would. In real life, of course, everyone would.
Apart from me, I'm a real, shit.
Oh, you're definitely a do not disturb guy, aren't you? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
He lives in Scotland for a reason, don't you know?
Yeah, keep away.
I'm surprised they got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's better than where I came from, Northern Ireland. I mean, we just got the wheel last week. It's pretty good. So we're progressing nicely. Guys, that brings us to the end of our Wheel of Death show. That was a lot of fun. I mean, probably in a lot of trouble right now, but hopefully nobody's too offended, and hopefully, no current or former NFL player gets any kind of wind of this whatsoever. So, Paul, Han, thank you once again for joining. Remember, guys, if you're not already, make sure you like the video and comment and share and follow us everywhere at Wildcard Rewind. Paul, you got your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to add one thing. Mags, well done. Do you know what? Them subjects were amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like I hadn't said thank. I felt like we didn't say thank you to you for putting that together. Them subjects, what you came up with, were brilliant.
Yeah.
Maybe next week we can do the rest of the subjects.
Yeah, we got a few left, don't we?
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So you can go back to your outro now.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys. That is very, very kind. And yeah, we got a few left, so maybe we could put up some Twitter polls as well with the rest of them. That might be quite interesting, right? But anyway, from myself and Paul and Hannah, thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.